it's the tip. It feels really weird doing the tip here.
Yeah, it does.
Because
I wonder if it sounds any different.
Probably. This is a lot more open space.
Good point.
We need to get like those. We need to get like a room.
Like
No, we're not moving in together.
we're not moving in together because I already have like housing plans.
Oh.
I've told you about them.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, you're a year away from college, so.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just know I want to move out.
What?
Of my house.
What? It's like your mom's gonna kick you out.
No, my mom's not gonna kick me out.
My mom wants me to stay until I'm married,
Really?
and she was serious too. But I'm like, hey, what age do you think I would move out? And she's like, when you're married, and I'm like,
Well,
and then we kind of laughed about it. And I'm like, all right, so when do you think I'm gonna move out? She's like, when you're married. And I'm like, oh, that's
See,
not
like,
because she's Mexican.
that is a common thing in like a Mexican household because like the households are big and it's just like easier to pay.
Out.
Yeah, and it's just like easier to pay for until you get married, and then like once you get married, you move out and have a family of your own.
Yeah,
and then like like after you've had kids that are like getting older, like I hear it's common for the grandparents to move in with you at that point. However, that's not always true.
yeah. Also,
You
it's
lock
just
the
different.
doors on?
It's just different in America. Like I always told her, I'm like when I said I wanted to get a job and then move out, maybe like a year or so after high school. She's like, why would you want to do that? Like, who does that? I'm like, lots of people. Do
Everyone,
that, actually.
a lot of people in America, yeah.
Oh,
In Mexico, it's like very different. Like, my cousins are either in their first or second year of college, and they're still living with their parents. Not because that's just like the thing to do.
Dude,
you live there until like either you're old enough or have a stable job or get married.
Okay, you know Luis, right?
Yes.
He turned 20 I believe he turned 20.
Hey.
He might have turned 19, but his birthday was in January, and he either turned 19 or 20. He dropped out of school the year before, and like he was gonna get his GED, but then he basically decided like the job he's gonna have doesn't really need it.
What's the job?
He's working for like a painting company, he wants to be working for a painting company with his dad because that's what his dad does, and like his dad was like, oh yeah, you could probably get a job with me. And then
Wait, so Luis dropped out of school?
Yeah. And like his senior year too. Like he was so close.
I hear like lots of people drop out their senior year.
It's weird. Like I can't
You're a semester away from like passing.
You're like it's weird. It's like you are a semester away from completing something that took you 12 years and you're just kind of wasting it.
Yeah. Might as well just have the diploma.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I dropped out of high school.
Like if you're
senior year.
Like if you're gonna do that, at least take your GED before you even consider dropping out. Like not before you consider dropping out. Like I'm not sure what the requirements for a GED is. Like if you have to already be dropped out, but I'm pretty sure you don't. Like you can just test out of school, like test out of high school.
You can get online.
Um,
Get your GED.
I get online every day.
I get online every day. No, but I think it means like online school.
Mm-hmm. Well, duh. I know.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I mean like you can, but like you still have to go to a place and take the GED test. You can't get an online GED.
Oh yeah, I mean just a study, then go and get it.
Oh, if you
Yeah,
guys,
I don't mean like print it out. Oh hey guys,
if you guys hear
I
some
got
scratching
this.
and like squishing and like gross, we're eating ramen.
Yeah.
Lucas, you want to tell them your discovery of like the greatest ramen ever made?
Well, I'm not sure if it's my discovery really. Like me and Alex.
Is it butter and cheese.
No.
Okay. I was about to say,
Me and
that's
Alex.
Amazing.
It is pretty good. Me and Alex are like pretty experimental when it comes to ramen because like that's my favorite food and like I'm pretty sure it's at least one of his favorite foods. But like we used to do these things called epic ramen nights where we would just kind of like take ramen and throw some shit in a bowl with it, and like
Make some dessert with that stuff.
and normally it's like we'd be
work?
making it for normally it's like we'd be making it for like 8 people, so we would use like 12 packs of ramen and in like a big cauldron type.
A cauldron.
Yeah, it's like
me something potion.
Basically, it's like a big cauldron type pot, and it's like we take the 12 packets, put them in together, take all the seasoning. Well, we usually set the seasoning off for a side because, like, in cooking, timing really is everything. And if you give like we usually like add salt and pepper really first to give it some like base flavoring, and like if you just let that like soak with the noodles for a while, the noodles kind of absorb it, and
This sounds oddly pretentious.
it is a little. No, but like also the salt helps the water boil faster. But if you do that, like the noodles kind of absorb some of the flavor from the salt, and it becomes like its own flavor, not just like a salty noodle. But it kind of just becomes its own flavor. You know?
Salty noodle.
Shut up, Tyler.
No, that's a great name, a salty noodle.
Salty noodle, great
He
band
said
name.
it first. I was starting to laugh. Sorry.
So we basically did that for a while, and then like, well, I mean, like we both like did our own little stupid ramen things off on the side. But like, I also used to have a friend named he's still my friend. We just don't talk that often. His name is Drew. He moved to Texas, but we used to like.
Drukas Drew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drukis Drew. Yeah. Check out our Jamie liked it. I kind of liked it too. Like I had a lot of fun making it. It's Drukis. Hey, what are you doing? So like I had a lot of fun making it's Drukis gaming or games.
Drukas Games.
Drukis Games.
They only have one game.
Yeah. DREWKAS games, and then like we only played Pokemon Blue.
No, Yellow.
Yellow, yeah, we played Pokemon Yellow, and we only did 10 episodes, and the first 9 episodes are like 12
10
minutes.
And then the last episode, an hour.
And then the last, what we were gonna do was every 10 episodes, we were gonna do an hour-long special, and we even had it mapped out to where like we figured we could get it done, because like that's like 2.5 hours per 10 episodes.
Yep.
We pretty much had it mapped out to where we could get through the game and beat the Elite Four in exactly the amount of time it would have taken us to get 60 episodes. Mm-hmm. And we were going to name every 10 episodes something that had to do with Star Wars title. And the first one was The Phantom Dumbass. And the next one was going to be...
Why Phantom Dumbass?
Because we were going to incorporate dumbass with everything, because we were dumbasses.
Okay, I
So
see that. What grade were you in?
Oh, that was back when I was...
First.
I guess I would have been a sophomore, because he left his junior year.
Wait, did he just...
Oh, it's got some language in it, though. I really shouldn't have been talking like that as a sophomore.
Sophomore?
Yeah.
That's when you filmed that? That's when you made that?
Yeah.
It was that recent?
Yeah. Did you think it was older?
Yeah, I thought it was like when you guys were like in 6th grade or something.
No.
Oh, that's weird.
It is weird.
Because that's why I thought like they are cursing a lot
Hey,
for
put it in...
elementary school children.
No. Okay.
Put like a link.
Put an annotation on the screen.
There it is.
There's the annotation, yeah. And can you get some footage from it and like run it in the corner or something?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
All right, sweet. So yeah, we're gonna have to put some money aside for mics and stuff.
I actually make $15.
You make a lot of money.
You make a lot of money,
Tyler.
I
It's not often, but
actually, if I do weddings, that's like a couple $1,000.
dude. Fuck you.
We've explained before. Tyler has multiple hundreds, plural hundreds in his wallet.
He always has at least 100 as show money. You had to break your 100 today.
Yeah, you had that.
No. I actually do that all the time.
How do you feel
I
about
have like
that?
1,200.
How do you feel about your pay money or your show money?
How do you feel about breaking your show money? Does it hurt you? I really feel like it hurts you.
I feel like
This
deep
is
inside,
Dr.
you really
Phil. Okay, let's get back to the topic. No.
What's wrong with you?
See, why is that funny? We don't know why.
Dr.
Because Dr. Phil's a douchebag.
See, he said Dr. Phil. I heard Dr. Phil.
I heard Dr. Phil. I thought you were talking about the fields.
Dr. For real.
We gotta turn it into a series of some sort.
Okay, what the fuck?
We've got to make more videos on this channel, I feel. We've got to get together sometimes and make videos for this channel.
We really do. Like, okay, well,
I'm not in business right now.
There's an actual person.
Which, I don't know if I'll leave this in or cut it out.
yeah, I don't know. Like,
What if
I think
there's
this
an
part's
actual
good. I think
person?
this part's
Okay.
Okay,
Think
well,
about it. If you
Okay, I want to.
we're going on Google. Put in Dr. For real.
Okay, I'm gonna tell. Okay, Luke, Tyler is here. Tyler's having another laugh at you, but Tyler's here. I want to tell Tyler this to his face. All right, when we first had you on, it was kind of annoying because you wouldn't stop talking, and when the message came in, and you kept saying a bunch of stuff that we just didn't want to put on the air. And then like me and Lucas started talking about how like, man, it's kind of hard having him in there. And then I realized, me and you get stuff done
yeah,
and get our ideas through, but it's kind of boring. And then when
no,
Tyler's
okay,
here,
see, like, I feel like the reason that was boring was because we were just having, like, that day. We were just like, all right, let's do this, this,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Tyler really moves, like, we're constantly talking with Tyler's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, okay, I feel like it's
brilliant. Just kidding.
not, like, I love you, Tyler. I feel like it's not Tyler.
No
Like,
homo?
it's specifically not, it's not specifically Tyler is what I mean. It's like a third person. It's just like, what?
Can you say not homo?
No homo? I love
Okay,
it.
thank you. No, say no homo.
No homo.
Oh,
lover?
there's so much homo.
No homo.
Jamie,
No,
how
all
long?
the
Okay,
homos.
okay. On this doll.
What are you,
show
homophobic?
me.
Are you homophobic?
No.
Okay, good.
Hey.
You can't be a public figure and
On,
be homophobic
on,
anymore.
On this doll, show me where he touched you.
There, and in this general area.
Are you gonna put up a doll
that's a pretty
that
big
like,
general
circles
area.
appear?
You
No.
should.
No.
But now that you said it, I might not still put it on. But
I, like one of these days, I'm just gonna make so
Not,
much
not
work
like
for
a
you.
regular, not like a regular like pedophile doll. I mean,
Wait
you
until
put
I
a-
get
you
Final
you-
Cut.
dude, hey.
wait
hey,
until I get a laptop.
G.I. Joe, bro. Just have a G.I. Joe doll up there. And
Say this is a
circle,
man.
Yeah.
To his head and arms.
Yeah.
I guess. In the C area.
Okay,
What were we talking about?
the shit,
Got
the
real dark, buddy.
the software you use that enter college name here, like that stuff is like, is that Final Cut?
No, it's Avid.
It's Avid.
It's Avid,
You use
which
Avid.
is wicked expensive. Final Cut is about $300, and you can just buy it directly
really?
off of the
Okay,
App Store
wait,
on Macs.
Oh fuck you.
300.
Avid costs a lot of money.
Hey,
Okay, so wait.
hey,
What?
300.
Yeah, 300 for Final Cut.
Are you gonna get
I'll
a
see.
Mac?
I'll see what happens.
I'm used to using those for
Oh
editing.
god dang it, dude. I guess we could have a Mac for an editing computer. Like
For
it's,
editing,
I guess it's not a big
I'm
deal.
planning on not even using it for internet. I want it to be good enough to like fast enough to edit stuff on.
Do you know what really messed up?
What's up?
It's like just because if I ever hit the lottery, if anybody hits the lottery, okay, anybody out there who's watching
lottery?
this, the lottery.
Okay.
That's what I call it. Buy a supercomputer.
Yeah,
Just,
well, I mean,
just for the hell of it.
see, I was
A
thinking,
supercomputer.
I was really thinking whenever I get older, like,
Whenever I win the lottery,
no. Whenever
which
I
is
get,
what I've been planning my life about.
whenever I get older and I have
Really?
some money,
No.
shut up. Whenever I get older and have some money, I really plan on like getting. There are these things called Cray computers, and they're like kind of
Are they cray?
They're pretty freaking crazy, bro.
It's
Like crayfish, man.
spelled like Cray. It's like CRAY, and those computers are like. Shut the fuck up. Those computers are like they're
yeah.
supercomputers, but they're like commercial supercomputers. Like people, you can just buy one. Like I know a little bit about supercomputers, and I think the current one is the Japanese K computer. That's the current number one supercomputer, and that thing is ginorma fucking gantus. And like they basically keep they okay.
Say that again.
Ginorma fucking gantus.
That
Okay.
sounds like a fucking hippopotamus.
Hippopotamontrosis quipedaliophobia. Fear of large words. I'm sorry to all of
Exactly.
you, those who have it. No, but so like basically they have that, and it's like just I can't remember how big the room is exactly, but it's huge. It's think about a warehouse sized freezer.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically where they have to keep it because that's how hot it gets.
And what's it used for?
It'll cook you.
Well, a lot. It's used mostly
Whatever
for
the hell
engineering.
you want.
Yeah, basically whatever you want it
You
to
wanna
be used
play a
for.
game?
YouTube is so Chrome is so quick on that computer.
It's
Hey, if you want to play a game, it's like 1,000,000 frames per second, bro. You ain't
yeah,
stopping.
no, but
Dude, 1,000,000 frames per second would make you puke.
that would be the most.
You would just
have a
you would get a
seizure.
seizure. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. Okay,
Your brain would not be able to.
your brain
solids.
your brain is like literally too weak of a processor to understand 1,000,000 frames per second.
Actually, our brain is probably smarter than the supercomputer.
no, it's
No,
40. Okay,
Think about it.
48 frames per second already kind of makes us feel weird because we're
That's
not used to
okay.
seeing that.
that's okay. That's only for movies though. Like
Okay.
people said whenever they watched the Hobbit in 48 frames, they said that it felt like a video game, and that didn't like they didn't like that. 48 frames in video
No,
games.
I'm saying like if you're used to something, and then they change it, and like it's not even like it was the hugest change, but they change it, your mind just kind of feels weird about it.
Yeah.
Now imagine it changing that drastically, added to the fact that your brain just like actually physically cannot like
Just went to
comprehend
mush.
it.
It went to mush.
You would probably
Wait,
pass
would you
out.
even be able to see the picture, or would it just be still?
Now that I'm thinking about it, would you be able to see the picture? Like,
Wait, would it
like,
be
would your
just
brain be able
still?
to actually read it?
No, it would be so freaking real.
You'd
though.
be taking in so much You'd be taking in so much information that I feel like it would become like one of those long exposure photos where things would just start to like blur together and look like clouds.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
How much memory does that thing hold?
A lot, like a shit ton.
Fucking like maybe like 32 gigabytes.
Half the bill, half the
At least-
building just for memory.
At least 32.
At least 16 gigs of RAM. No, but
Pretty sure.
for like
A millibyte.
maybe a little bit more. No, but like a lot. So
It's like,
those are
no,
mostly
I like how you took that so serious. Like, a fucking lot.
no, those are mostly used in like engineering, like mechanical. Well, any type of engineering really, but like that's how they come up with those cars every year that like go 20 miles per hour more, or not 20 miles per hour, 20 miles per gallon more, like each year.
They just enter a bunch of like
Well,
they
it's
enter like a bunch of factors and stuff like that, and it kind of doesn't make an equation.
More
It's
miles
basically
per hour.
like they put in all the research that they know, and like it's able to run things so quick that they can like do stuff and then like immediately like
Those math problems.
because like a lot of the stuff they do is like simulating situations, and a lot of those simulated situations take a lot of rendering power, and like the supercomputers are able to just do that, like it'll render like immediately. Also,
Google
I'm
must
pretty
be, like,
sure
a shit ton of information right there, buddy.
yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, in this supercomputer, like, you can run it as multiple computers, you know? Like, so you're not just like, oh, well, we're using the supercomputer today, sorry about that. But, like...
Wouldn't that be a bitch?
That would
It's
be a bitch.
We have the highest grade technology here, and we can only run it to one monitor.
But, like,
think about
no.
think about downloading a game. It's like click, done.
Yeah.
Oh well, hello.
Well, no. That's based upon, like, you would need a good enough internet
You don't
connection,
think that's not gonna have a good internet?
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Well,
It probably has,
okay,
like,
okay,
12
okay.
satellites.
No. See, it's not
aimed
even
at
that.
it.
It's not even that. It's just like the internet connectivity is kind of like what bottlenecks and like limits computers altogether. Is
How about
because
I
like
tie that onto a
you can have the best computer possible, and if you just have not the best internet, it's still going to take hours to download.
Make your own.
It's just like once it's
make
on
your
there.
own internet.
Yeah.
Oh well, Google. Okay, there's this thing.
Make your own internet, bro.
There's this thing that Google's been doing called fiber. Like it's fiber
Oh,
optic.
Google Fiber.
Like they use fiber optic cables.
In Austin. They do it in Austin.
Well, yeah, it's in Austin and in some other parts of the United States right now. But what they did with fiber was like
Smell my foot.
shut up. All of
Not you.
stop messing with my dog. So like all of all the places that were providing internet basically were what are you doing? No.
Moving it closer.
Anyway, all of
They can't hear me.
what is
Internet providers.
yeah all
ISPs?
all the
Yeah,
ISPs
like, yeah.
internet service providers, all the ISPs are like basically they have the ability to give you fiber optic like connection, which is amazing. Like it's pretty awesome, but it'll be limited by your modem or whatever. And like you'll have, if you want, they need to make like a better modem so that it doesn't just bottleneck and just go straight through. But like what?
I just don't get why you can make your own Wi-Fi, but why not? Why not make your own internet? Like,
are you talking about?
Like internet, like literally, if they can make your own Wi-Fi connection, like a little box.
I mean, you
black box.
can make your own internet.
A little black box. Why
What?
can't you make your own portable internet?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you mean
What
like making
do you
the
mean?
actual
What do you
things on
mean
the
make
internet?
your own?
Or do you mean trapping the internet in a box?
You can
No,
make
no,
like
no,
a
no.
Wi-Fi transmitter, which collects, which like
Just collects,
basically
hello.
like okay. The one thing that's weird about like the internet's not
Really
satellite based or anything at all.
Really?
I mean,
I
like
really
the internet
thought it
can
was.
the internet can collect information from satellites, but they don't use satellites to like bounce internet around.
That's pretty dangerous.
It's through cable, isn't it?
It's like all through cable, and then like once you get the Wi-Fi box, like that's where it's transmitted through the airwaves.
Well, because the Wi-Fi still needs to be connected. Like that.
Yeah.
If you have a Wi-Fi modem or anything like that, like a
Yeah.
Wi-Fi transmitter, you
it still needs
connect
connected, yeah. And like if you were to connect it all wirelessly, it would be the slowest piece of shit possible. Like
And then something could go wrong, and then they're just like,
Wait, okay. If the Japanese computer or Chinese computer, I forgot.
the
What,
K computer, Japanese
Yeah.
K computer, yeah.
what if that was directly connected to the one cable? They shut every other internet down
Okay.
and connected to that one.
I
cable.
don't think the internet
See-
is one singular item.
No, okay, the internet. Well, okay.
I thought it was. There's
No,
just
listen.
cables going
The
around.
internet is kind of like the internet is all of the ability for you to get on like the computer, like connecting to other computers. But there's the World Wide Web is specifically is like the largest of these, and like because you can have local webs basically like like LAN. LAN is one thing. It's a local connection that you do wirelessly or wired sometimes. Like it's weird the way that works. But like LAN is always a local connection, and that wouldn't be considered part of the World Wide Web, but it's still an internet connection, like between computers. And then there's like the World Wide Web is basically all the computers that are connected to the World Wide Web are the internet. If you understand. Okay.
It's not like the internet is one just like a board with buttons on it.
Yeah.
It's not like this is the internet.
Which
right?
Which makes I keep wanting to bring this up because like you guys keep saying stuff that remind me of this. You remember that South Park episode where they had the
Grapes of Wrath party on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like they go to the internet. It's like a large modem.
They go to the internet and it's just a large modem and like they
play in notes like in Close Encounters.
Yeah, and it's not connecting. It's not connecting to the internet at all. And like they're like trying to figure it out and then like I think they tried playing it music or something.
Yeah, they play in notes to try to communicate with it like in Close Encounters.
And it's just not connecting and it's like messed up and they're like, we need to figure out and like Kyle walks up to it like because I think they
earlier in the episode they're like, dude, have you checked the modem? He's like, yeah, I already unplugged it and plugged it back in, and that didn't work either. They just kind of reference it.
Yeah.
Which I've done that before. Like, why isn't the modem working? I just kind of, like, when I'm, like, desperate, I'm just kind of like...
Yeah.
Okay, that...
And, like, they did that, and, like, I think he didn't even have to unplug it. He just pushed it.
No, he unplugged it.
Okay,
he pulled it out, and then he put it back in.
They said, he said he thought he knew something that could work, and like they were so desperate that they let him try it, and he just unplugged it and then plugged it back in.
And you see the blinking light
go green and like solid, and it's just like, oh,
the internet's back. I remember I used to do that with this podcast. Every time we would reference something, I would put up clips on it, and I'm like, this is really time consuming. I don't want to do this for every week.
You should. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice, but like it'd be also nice if like you guys could also help with the editing.
Son of a bitch.
That's
I don't have any editing software.
That's what I helped my cousin recently on a Spanish project. If you guys want to see the video, it's called La Frontera, Mexicans on the Run. And it's pretty racist. And the only way you can get away with it is because like it's a group of Hispanic guys that did it.
Wait, is it racist or stereotypical?
Stereotypical. Good call.
Yeah.
Stereotypical, not racist. Because
are you sure?
Okay, mildly racist.
Mildly racist.
Okay, so you can go watch it. It's like,
is it as racist as Jessler?
No.
Okay.
they because they didn't mean anything offensive by it. Yeah. They just they thought it was a funny idea.
By the way, Jessler is Mexican, and he just made a Mexican joke, so it's not too bad.
Okay, so you can go watch the video. The video's, I mean, not half bad. I mean, it's not like the best or anything like that, but for like a Spanish project, like for a project for school, it's...
I didn't want to say it, but Spanish media, no.
No, I told him, like, I wonder how your Spanish heritage teacher will react to this joke about Mexican.
Okay, what I don't get is...
I like how I hate Hispanics that just act like the stereotype of Hispanics.
Like
Mom listens to this shit.
Like that.
Hold on, cut this part.
Like that.
Cut this out.
They don't want to so hard. There's so many things that I'm like, okay, I understand which things like some things that make fun of Hispanics or Mexicans or like something like that. I'm like, I can tell it's a joke and I can tell like that's pretty funny. But then there's some things that I'm just like, God damn, we just gotta get rid of it. And I hate it when Hispanic people like, my mom listens to this radio show, and like it's a Mexican dude, and like the actual dude he's a pretty well spoken, pretty well educated guy. He's like pretty smart.
Yeah.
And he made this character who is a stereotypical Mexican. And, like, I could take it as a joke, like, as a satire. So much of my family, like, just likes the fact that he's a stereotypical Mexican and enjoy it. I'm just like, guys, don't support this.
Please stop it. No, please.
No. I really hate that shit.
I get, but that's like a cultural thing. Your mom actually came from Mexico.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more alright in that situation.
What if she just laugh now because he's a dumbass?
Whereas...
I asked. No, she thinks she's funny.
Student F. Douche is like... that's what we'll name him for now.
Student F. Douche?
Yeah. Student F. Douche, which is this guy who used to ride our bus.
He drives a giant truck now, even though he doesn't have a license.
Yeah.
And
he blasts his music.
And he's been pulled over already, and he's been pulled over without his license already.
Yeah.
That sums up every student at our
school.
No, because I know a lot of students that have their license.
The majority of people have their license if they're driving.
I don't.
Well, yeah, but you don't
You
drive
don't
to
drive.
school every day.
No.
You don't drive a giant truck filled with a bunch of other kids blasting your fucking.
So anyway, student F. Douche, he has this. He was raised in America. I'm pretty sure his parents aren't even that like Mexican, like
I met his
stereotypically
parents.
Mexican.
He was at a.
Are they
Yeah.
stereotypically Mexican?
I mean, you can tell they're like Hispanic. You know, they
Yeah.
have kind of a slight accent. There's no reason why student F. Douche has that. Okay. His parents, when they speak English, you can tell they have like the slight accent because that's not their native language. When he speaks, it's like, man, Holmes. It's like
He forces the Mexican accent.
and not like a Hispanic accent, not like you came from Mexico and you don't speak Spanish. Like you
It's
came
like-
from Mexico and then moved into the ghetto.
And then moved back to Mexico for a while, and you picked up a little bit more Mexican accent.
It's like there's a series online called the channel's called Super Ego, and the character he made is called Ego. The videos are called Cholo
wow,
Adventures.
I never know that.
And it's this Hispanic dude, and he like his first video is him watching it's this Hispanic dude, and he's just like normal. He's a normal guy, doesn't have an accent or anything. He's watching Niga Higa's video How to Be a Gangster, and he's like, and I guess he like feels he could do better, so he changes himself into a cholo, and does like the most stereotypical like cholo Hispanic accent, and teaches you how to be a cholo. And like the videos, granted they're offensive and racist and stereotypical, are done like satirically. Like they do it so outrageous. There's this joke that like
Is it more ironic
you-
or
sort of
is it really ironic?
yeah. It's like there's
To
a
the
series
point-
they make
to the
called
point,
You Know
like,
You're
he
Mexican
said
If.
something racist.
Yeah.
So I don't really care.
There's a series called You Know You're Mexican If, which I feel would be more appropriately titled You Know You're Ghetto If.
Yeah.
You know
it's,
you're
it's less
ghetto
Mexican, it's more like ghetto.
when you drink more Kool-Aid than water.
No, it's
Just
more ghetto if you
kidding.
drink more water than Kool-Aid because
Yeah.
so and there's this joke that they like that's why I would say you know you're ghetto. It's like you know you're ghetto if you somehow speak Spanglish, like you just somehow mix English and broken English and broken Spanish together, and
Even-
turn it into its own language.
Even though you were raised in a decent community.
Even though you were raised in a decent community
See, that's
with
what I hate
Hispanic parents,
so much.
You're just, okay, I can speak English and Spanish because my family speaks Spanish to me.
But like when you speak Spanish, you don't even throw in a Spanish accent. You like speak it like with an English accent.
Yeah, because that's where I learned most.
Like you'll talk quickly like that. Like you can sense it whenever you're like just rolling over words. Like I can hear you.
I slur a lot,
I can hear you.
and I'm not the best at Spanish.
Yeah, but like whenever you're like rolling over words, like you just kind of like throwing them out. Like I can't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. Like say something you would say to your mom on the phone.
No sé.
Say something like a long sentence. Like whenever you were telling her like, oh, I'm staying at my friend.
What would you get at Taco Bell?
That's easy. It's like
Taco?
2 chalupas.
Taco.
Those chalupa.
No. Here's the thing with Taco Bell. I make fun of Taco Bell because that good old Mexican food.
It's not Mexican.
Quote. And so the way I speak it is like
Tex-Mex.
if I'm talking to my mom in Spanish or if I'm talking in Spanish with someone else and talk about Taco Bell, I'll do this it's like yeah, comí dos burritos. Like I'll say the word with like if someone who doesn't speak English or Spanish says it because it just makes me laugh. Like taco instead of taco.
Okay, I heard that.
Chalupas.
I heard
Chalupas.
that burritos aren't really a thing in Mexico. Like they're not a big
It's
thing.
more
They were-
fish.
They were like
It's more
pop-
like it's
more
burritos.
seafood.
Burritos are a thing, but like over here in America, there's like a much like broader idea of what a burrito is. Like
meat wrapped in.
like meat or it's just something wrapped in a tortilla.
Yeah.
While in Mexico, for the most part, that's still considered a taco. Like I could take like a
It's
flour
basically like a
tortilla
soft taco.
and
Yeah.
put chicken and then like just roll it up, and it's still kind of considered a taco.
I was always confused as to why they were like burritos and soft tacos, and they're basically the same thing.
the burritos are like kind of generally
Except,
specific. In Mexico,
except specifically to Taco Bell, the soft tacos have way less meat.
yeah, like burritos, like it's when you're like specifically filling up a tortilla and then making sure it's tightly wound in a little package.
Basically,
Is what a burrito is. Where
In
I could
America.
easily just get meat and
It's
a
a
flour
taco on
tortilla
the go.
and like grab a bunch of it and still consider it a taco.
It's basically a handheld taco on the go.
It's like a wound up
Taco.
packaged taco is what a burrito would be.
And basically,
in
okay,
Mexico?
Mexican food,
In
Mexican
Mexico,
food.
okay.
Mexican food is basically what I've been to Mexico and when I went with my uncle. It's most fish.
Yeah, there's a lot of fish. Fish
And
is
in Oklahoma,
Dude.
in Oklahoma and everything, they cut the head off. They're not supposed to. You cook the whole freaking fish. You just toss that
Dude,
sucker
okay,
in there.
and this we still do this. Like, instead of having like, normal barbecues, I guess we have like we fish, like we cook fish. So we have like this kind of like this, like it's sort of like a bowl, sort of, and we have like heat attached to the bottom, like to a gas tank or whatever.
Oh.
And you put oil in it, and you take a whole fish and cut into it,
Scales and all.
and no, you take
scale
the
it
scales,
first.
You can,
and
but
you gut it right,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
fry it, and then you just eat the whole fish,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
See,
Okay,
The meat at the back of the
Marcos?
head.
San Marcos is freaking amazing with the fish.
Yeah,
They cook it traditionally.
The best way to eat Mexican food, other than like a really high class Mexican place, is go down to like downtown OKC,
Yeah,
South
see,
Side,
like,
and
it's
go to a
always-
food truck because it's really good.
It's always like the food trucky stuff.
They actually sell like the cow tongue and stuff, man. That's freaking cool.
Yeah, cow tongue's good.
It is.
I don't care what anybody says. Cow
I like
tongue's
with sour cream.
You could taste those.
sour cream.
taste
I don't really like
buds.
meat with sour cream too much.
Like cow
it-
tongue tastes pretty good to me with sour cream.
burritos with sour cream. I've come to like those actually, but like, other
like
than
sour
that, I don't really like.
My
sour
mom
cream.
mixes like sour cream with milk,
what
and she
was the
makes it
first
thinner.
time?
That's weird.
Hey, what was the first time you guys ever had cow tongue?
Cow tongue.
Yeah.
My dad had a burrito,
Oh,
a cow tongue burrito,
I had.
and they're like huge. They're massive.
Yeah.
From this restaurant called Taco San Pedro's,
Oh.
which is the most. It's not local. It's a chain, but I like
Oh, so it's a cholo restaurant.
What does san mean?
pretty good.
S-A-N.
Saint
I
Pedro's.
thought so. That's why.
San Diego,
Yeah, San Diego is like
which means
Saint.
whale's vagina.
What? No, it doesn't.
Never seen Anchorman?
Oh, I haven't seen Anchorman in like years, dude. But like, probably last time I ate cow tongue. But like the first time, and it's like I haven't eaten in a while. It's first time I ate it was probably back whenever I was like 8, and which this Wednesday that'll be 8 years ago.
Whoa.
Or not? No, that'll be 10 years ago. I'm not 16. I'm 18 now, or I'll be 18. But so like the first time I had it was probably back whenever I was 8. Like my mom took me to one of her friend's house because she was hanging out and there were some kids there, and she thought, well, what a cool like Lucas and my brother came too. But like my mom was like, try some of this cow tongue, and I'm like, ew,
Yeah, you think
get
it's
away
gonna
from
be
me.
gross.
I'm like, no, get away. And she was like, no, seriously, try it. I'm like, okay. So I tried a little bit of it, and I was like, this is really good.
It's
Like,
chewy.
It's chewy. It's well, like think about chewing on your own tongue.
It is really
It's
chewy.
chewy,
Like,
like-
when I first bit into it, I'm like, oh, this is as gross as I thought it would feel. And then you keep eating, you're like,
Think about
don't taste the gross.
The thing about tongue is there's like no fat to it. It's like all meat. Or
How did
all
you eat
muscle,
it? Like,
which
was
is-
it like a strip of meat? Like, the way I had it was like cubed meat. It was like cubed.
The way I had it was like I think they shredded it.
Shredded?
Yeah.
Like, mine was like
okay.
cubed.
You know
I
what's really
didn't
messed
know.
up? The first time I've ever had it, my uncle brought a whole bag that looked like ground beef.
Oh, no, yeah, it looks really
That
gross.
looked like ground beef.
And
I'm
like
like, oh my
pink
gosh,
juice.
this is gonna be the best thing. It's from Mexico, so they
Picked
kinda-
it up, looked like a pillar of ground beef, and it was a tongue.
A
No,
solid-
no. I haven't been to Mexico for like a long time, so I'm like, okay, so it's just ground beef. No, it was like ground beef. It looked like ground beef. It was like looked like raw ground beef.
But then they're like,
And
it's
I
tongue.
picked some out. I made a freaking hamburger, slapped it on the grill, and just
And then you bit into it and you're like,
and I
This
put
is
it on
not
the
ground
hamburger,
beef.
everything. And I bit through it, and it was like the chewiest hamburger.
I'd imagine that wouldn't be.
I thought it was a
I
hamburger.
wouldn't
was
be
like,
that. That wouldn't be as enjoyable. A patty of cow tongue,
Yeah. See,
It wasn't.
cow tongue.
cow tongue.
Anyway, so like,
Poke,
so it was ground cow tongue.
It was ground.
Then technically it was ground beef
Sure.
Well, okay.
Oh yeah.
in the
true.
most basic of sense.
Yeah, the
Oh,
chewiest ground
you know what's
beef
my
you've
favorite
ever had.
Mexican food? Okay, I go to Mexico almost every year.
I want to
Um,
go with you. Can I?
Sure.
Awesome.
I'll just tell you at the top. So my favorite food to eat in Mexico is Mexican interpretation of American food. Like there's these food trucks in Mexico that
It's
sell
funny.
hamburgers, and then let me explain to you what a hamburger is. It's like a thick buttered piece of white bread, right, with the buns, and then like ground like a thin patty, ham, bacon, like Munster cheese or whatever Mexican cheese is because it's just really different. Avocados, this like tangy like sort of ketchupy sauce,
Yeah,
mayonnaise,
I've-
lettuce, and a tomato. and it's like the most amazing thing ever.
It kind of has that vinegar kind of taste
Sort of,
to it.
yeah. And
That's probably the bread though. That's probably
it's
like
really
the butter
weird because
bread.
like the
No,
first time I
no,
had it,
no.
I'm like,
No?
this is the
No,
weirdest.
when you make they make homemade freaking butter, so it's just
They
butter,
do make
plain,
homemade
plain
butter.
out butter.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like they probably like grilled it on a grill that has like vinegar all over it.
It has like stuff on it from what they've
Yeah.
grilled before, and then
They
just
don't.
take
I
it.
mean, like they scrape it off. But they
That's
don't
what I
really
love
clean it.
about Mexican places is they just like throw shit like together on the thing that they've already cooked
That's
shit
what-
on, and
that's
it's
what-
just like you get all the flavor.
That's what one of my favorite jokes from those Cholo videos are. Like I say ghetto because I'm not in the ghetto, but I'm like right on the verge.
Okay, yeah, I've been to your house.
Right
I'm
on
like,
the verge.
Right on the verge.
Oh my gosh,
Whatever
you
you
were in the ghetto at I saw you at the restaurant. What is it called?
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral. That's like on the edge
I
That's
love.
right
of
there.
ghetto.
I love
You
Golden
could walk.
I like buffet. Like
steps.
I understand like the
And you're
bad
there.
reps that buffets get, but like,
Because like it's like a large amount of food sold in large quantities, so
and it's not even the best, like of best.
and
but
it's for
like
cheap. But like
Their steak is
Golden
really
Corral,
chewy.
when you have like $20 and you're just really hungry, you're like, Golden Corral.
dude, Golden Corral.
I make this thing in Golden Corral where I take. I don't like their macaroni and cheese because they use like the cheese I don't like. So what I do is I get a bowl of macaroni and cheese and I put that like cheese sauce that you would put on broccoli, and I put that over, and then
yeah,
I
yeah,
take
yeah.
shredded cheddar and then bacon bits from like the salad area, and I eat that. It's
Okay,
amazing.
okay, like if you want to know what cow tongue, the texture of it, not the taste, but the texture.
yeah.
If you want to find out what the texture is, go get a small, medium rare steak at Golden Corral.
Yeah,
Specifically at Golden Corral.
I like how. Yeah.
Golden Corral.
Well, I mean, like,
no, because I bit into it. I tried to cut to it. It's like it moves like the whole steak with it. That
Yeah.
one piece. Like,
And then, like you cut into it, and you think you're cutting into it, and then you put you pull up your
and
your-
it's like dented.
yeah, it's just like yeah, you pull up the knife and you just see it.
It's like it pops back into place. Yeah. Okay, like
I feel like they just have like a plastic, like they just open up like one of those tubs. It just says like plastic steak on there. It's just to mess with you.
Oh, this,
on the grill.
Before
oh no, okay. Whenever it does that though, it's like in the Ren and Stimpy cartoons where they peel back the lid and it like pops and jiggles back.
or like when they pour something like in cartoons, like when they pour
they
like
have
dog
to
food,
wiggle it.
when they pour dog food or this cranberry sauce out of a can, you see it.
It like it drops.
You
out.
see the lines of the cans.
It
on
drops
and
out and
everything.
jiggles, and you, yeah.
that
It's just
actually
a solid-
does.
That happens with
Well,
like cranberry sauce.
that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, I
The
know.
cranberry
I know.
sauce,
I
no,
use the
don't
cranberry
think
sauce
it
because that's kind of like jam-ish.
With dog food,
I mean, it's more solid.
with dog food, it tends to come out and just kind of like fall apart.
Well, if it's like ground like beef, like
Yeah, it'll still like maintain a little bit of the shape of the can, but it's like
you see it kind of crumble.
you
because
see
it's
it. Well, like it's mostly the bottom just kind of peels apart and becomes like splatters, and then like you see the top, and then like Kelly eats it. She likes wet food.
Do you know like that? You
I
know,
thought it was
like if you
what-
ever have a can that's out of date,
Yeah.
like a can of pork and beans,
Oh,
it's
dude.
out of date.
Ugh.
I didn't read it. I'm like, okay, it's just must be fresh. I went in the back of it,
You know that part of your
Take it
cabinet
out,
that you haven't.
and I opened it, and you can smell that 1970s
I like how you-
air, bro.
No.
1970s hair.
I like
Air.
how.
Oh,
yeah.
air. Okay. I was like, you could.
I like how you did the
smell their Jerry curl. You could smell that.
the soul glow.
It's going like it has radiation.
No,
on it.
okay. I like how whenever you did the whole like you said it was pork and beans and you
Yeah.
did the unscrew motion.
was
What
like,
what the fuck?
oh.
Where do you get unscrewable pork and beans cans?
No. I went like that.
Oh, it's like the
it's
can
like,
opener.
okay,
I was
can
like,
opener.
He just
the
did
can
this.
opener.
Oh,
like-
what was I saying before we talked about Golden Corral? Oh, right, the ghetto videos. All right, okay, so I live on the edge of the ghetto.
Okay,
You've
real
been to my
quick.
house.
Yeah,
On
real quick.
the edge
Okay,
of the ghetto.
let me say something. You're saying something stupid real quick for just a second.
Okay, yeah.
First off, the reason like Golden Corral isn't like a normal buffet. It's pretty high quality to be honest.
Yeah.
Out of the buffets, it's like
It's the best buffet there is.
It's a nice
It's
buffet.
literally the best
I
buffet.
wouldn't
Yes.
say that.
I went to Western Scissors with
Hotel
Logan. I'm
buffets
like,
are a lot better.
Western Scissors is pretty good, but like that's more of a
it's like Golden Corral is cheaper
Golden Corral is cheaper and it has a broader like
variety.
ethnicity. I'd like.
Where it's like
Whereas
Western Sizzler is like
it's
Western
like steak
stuff.
steak stuff.
And then
And
Golden Corral got like a Asian section.
Yeah, Golden Corral's got a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and like that's one of the other things is you can just mix ethnicities, and it's just great. And
Take like lo mein and put like
They
popcorn
have-
chicken in it.
they have that chocolate fountain, and like you're only supposed to use the stuff at the chocolate fountain. What?
What I do is I take like
Get
pies
them
and
cinnamon
cakes and
donuts.
Just kind of quickly. Like, you're not supposed to do that because
which I feel this is why people think like, see, you guys being the assholes that you're the assholes that make it look like buffets are bad. Everyone's like, guys, I'm gonna take this chicken, I'm gonna put it in the chocolate fountain.
see, like that's the thing though. Like
You
with
the bacon bits just drizzling in there.
when you think of like the
I
stuff,
would do that.
the stuff they have there is like marshmallows, like some
Strawberries, pineapples.
pineapples, stuff that doesn't like mix in with the chocolate and like ruin it.
Well, strawberries.
Because what it does is like it'll go through, and then like the stuff that
doesn't
goes
like, get
down,
on it. It goes back up
it
through
just
the fountain.
it just goes back up through the
So
fountain.
I completely ruined.
then, like-
I completely ruined the fountain because you know that cotton candy.
I hate you so much. That I was about to bring no.
Yeah, like cotton candy.
I was about
like,
to bring that up.
okay.
I was about to bring that up. Whenever we went one time, my friend Austin. I'm not afraid to say his name. Like, there's no. He won't care. My
Deadpool
friend.
Austin?
What?
Deadpool Austin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know who he
Deadpool
is.
Austin. Austin. He dressed up as Deadpool for ZumiCon.
Well, I feel bad because it took me the longest time to figure out who you guys were. No, we were at Subway. I'm like,
Oh,
Oh.
you're Scott Pilgrim. And I'm like,
I was
yeah,
like,
Tyler.
oh, fuck yeah, I know you guys.
Which I
are
didn't
that.
put, like, I didn't care about
See,
my,
like,
I didn't cosplay. I just wore a Scott Pilgrim shirt. I'm like,
No,
you know.
see, like you had that plum tree shirt already.
Yeah.
And you were just kind of like, I just need a jacket, and you looked like you had the Scott Pilgrim outfit going on, and it was like cool because like that's just the most subtle character you could be.
I brought a sword
Hers-
along. I brought a katana along.
Hers was a bit
Did
more
the anti.
charactered. Hers was a bit more charactered. That's a ZumiCon, which is like this local thing in Oklahoma. Well, I say local. It's
It's in Oklahoma.
it's in Oklahoma. It's not like necessarily local to us because it's like down
Oklahoma anime
Do they
convention
have a
sounds weird in my
Minecon
head.
here?
Oklahoma Anime Kit. What?
Do they have Minecon here?
No.
I wish. they did.
Minecon is a thing. Like that's like what Comic Con used to be. Like there are a few locations that Comic Con does now, but Comic Con used to be
Chicago
like
Comic Con, New York Comic Con,
San Diego
New
Comic Con.
Vegas.
Vegas Comic Con.
Yeah, but they used to have
Crap,
like
I said New
Wizard.
Vegas.
it used to
Never
be
mind.
New Vegas.
Did I say New Vegas?
Fallout.
Or did I say Las Vegas?
Fallout.
I think you said New Vegas actually, but
Sorry,
so
I messed you
Thinking
up.
of my belt.
okay, so like the so yeah, Comic Con used to be like a single event type thing,
It's still going.
and like
Yeah.
they were
Oh, there it is.
yeah, but now like they're
Oh,
everywhere.
dang. 46 minutes.
Shut up, dude.
Huh?
Let's just keep talking. So like I lost my point. Fuck you.